Mackems, we're back on the show. Talking Sunderland and everything you know.
Conrad's got the numbers, proper stats machine. Mike's optimistic, living out the Mackem dream. Bowers keeps it steady, cool and level-headed. Wayne's already moaning, man, I'm shattered, I need my bed.
Baby, are you ready to go? Let's get carried away, man. Let's steal the show. Midweek Mackems every Wednesday night. Veterans passion in the red and white.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Midweek Mackems. We're back. Whether you're watching on Only Fools and SAFC, Michael Bowers 541 or Black Cats TV, welcome. Conrad, how are you doing today?
Yeah, not bad. I'm glad to be back after a week's hiatus on holiday. It's not a holiday when you've got kids, though. It was still good fun, and I missed out on all the fun, so I'm looking forward to doing it again today.
I'm looking forward to you going on holiday again so I can get the tickets again. It's great.
Yeah, that's fine. That's all right. And then not doing a preview, not monetizing the stream.
That's it. Can't be trusted. Can't be
You
trusted.
can tell he's in charge in this relationship, can't you?
Yeah.
How you doing, Wayne?
I'm very, very good. Always good to be back on a Wednesday, even though we won on last Friday, so we haven't much of a gap. But looking forward to it as always. And it's happy anniversary. Does anybody know what anniversary it is today?
Michael Beale being sacked day.
It is correct. 2 years today since Michael Beale was sacked.
In Beale we trust, Mike. Isn't that
Happy
right?
anniversary.
Yeah, well, that's it. It is something to celebrate. It is something to celebrate. How many years Beale free and
How
all
far
of that.
we've come in 2 years.
We could do a calendar.
We're 2
for it.
years. I'm 2 years free of Michael Beale. Yeah, it's something we should all celebrate as a collective group.
And you're wearing the awesome black shirt as well, Wayne. You need to save me an XL in that one.
Yes, I might send you one across for your competition.
Oh, nice one. Sounds good. Michael Bowers, how you doing, sir? You were here on time. It was amazing.
I know. I was doing all right until the words Michael Beale came out of Conrad Orwell's mouth, and then I've just put right back down to earth again.
YouTube's going to class that as swear words and just demonetize it straight away.
But I didn't say them lot up the road. To be fair, actually, I think I said this on Friday. It was around 2 years that we had the chat about the model and Beale leaving and everything else going. I think it was the day after we lost to Birmingham, wasn't it? But yeah, I'm not doing too bad. It's always nice to come on here and chat Sunderland. How are you doing?
I'm good. It's always nice to come on here and chat Sunderland after we've had a win. And yes, so let's get straight into it. Welcome to everyone in the chat, by the way. So hello, I will try and pick out comments. Conrad's here to help me this time. It was a disaster last week, Conrad, without you highlighting things. So he'll be highlighting your comments for me to pick up on at some point. Yes, Oxford. So it's a cup game. We didn't expect the exact Premier League starting 11. So I'll come to you first, Wayne. What did you think of the lineups when you saw it?
Very happy. I think we said since the Everton game when we put a strong line out then that we were going to attack the FA Cup, which is proven to be the case, which is good to see. It's just nice to see us respecting the cup. You know, I didn't like when off these big sides putting reserve teams out, but because we're almost safe in the league, it's safe to say we're going to give this a right good go. And you know, Sunday was kind of more of the same strong lineup with. Although there was some fringe players, but good to see Luke O'Neill on the side. You know, Remain Mundle, of course, as well. Getrauda finally got a start, which was good to see. But overall, you know, a very, very strong team. I thought we might have saw the new goalkeeper, but Radice Breeze resisted that and stuck with Roofs. I thought we'd see him. Aye, but when you got the likes of Norrie playing, it just showed you how we are treating the FA Cup this season. And it's good to see we're going to give it a right good go. So I was really, really pleased when I saw the lineup. Aye.
Yeah. Michael Bowers, what did you think of the lineup going into a cup game? There was quite a few changes, but not drastic.
My first thought was Gertruda finally starts, and then he wasn't that great. So, yeah, I didn't think he was as bad as a lot of people said he was, actually, but I think it's one where we took it seriously enough to be, with all due respect to Oxford, as much as it sounds like I'm going to disrespect them, God, that's a flashback to the League One days, isn't it? As much as it sounds like I am going to disrespect them, if we were professional, we should have been winning regardless of whatever team we really put out, unless we put like Harrison Jones out there and that's if he's not out on loan, because I probably haven't even bothered to check. But yeah, I think it was good to just get through, get a win. I think it would have been seen as a very huge disappointment had we not won the game, had we not got through to the next round. But yeah, I think the lineup was as strong as I expected. I didn't think we would play Elborg. I thought we would go for Roos because, like Wayne said, we're pretty much safe. I mean, I think I'm starting to wonder whether 40 points will actually be enough to stay up, because I can see West Ham doing quite well, actually. But if they do, you only need another, probably 7-8 points at most.
Yeah.
So we're more or less safe, and I think it'd be nice just to, and it's good to see that we're reflecting that with having a good go at the FA Cup. So, and obviously we've got a good tie in the next round. So, well, on paper, a good tie anyway. But yes, the lineup was as strong as what I thought it would be.
Yeah. Would you agree, Conrad, or would you have liked to have seen the new keeper?
He's just happy Isidore started.
Wait till the end for that one. Yeah, I was all right with Roof starting. I think it just keeps that consistency, and I think if I could go back to the Everton game, I think a lot of the main players asked to play in that game as well, and I think Roofs would be very much in that category of wanting to play and carry on, and not sort of, I don't want to say risk losing his place, because he was never going to do that. But I just sort of think... Do you think
he gives them that option, like they don't have to play the cup game if they don't want?
I think so, because do you remember when Siddiqui came back, he was straight in at Everton. He'd only come back the day before, so I think he'd asked to play in that game. So the people like Sirkin, 09 and maybe Mundle and Isidore were probably ones that he went, it's your turn for some minutes. But I could easily, and probably Catreda in that too, I'd like to think he was one that asked to play in it, but he should be asking to play most weeks, really. But like Diarra thinking, well, I've only just come back for Sunderland, really. Why would I want a game off? I missed the first half of the season. Let me get in there now. Talby coming back, and he's still, I think Talby's brilliant, but he's still sometimes in and out. We're sort of getting him, sort of building him up as we go. So someone like him to be in this as well, it makes sense. If they want to play in it, get him in it. And then I think Siddiqui came off the bench, didn't he, as well? And still picked up a yellow card, just as you do.
This is the next round.
And then I'm sure we'll get on to the Isidore stuff in a bit. Anyway.
How shite he is.
Yeah.
In the comments already, we have are we a one-man team? Someone on Tuesday mentioned the possibility. Obviously,
who that was.
About Xhaka not being there. A midweek Mackems, more like any day they feel like it. Mackems, who's meeting me for a beer on Sunday, be at the fan museum.
Well, Stephen, it depends if any of us feel like it, really.
Depends if you're buying, Stephen. That's the question.
That's it. If it's on you, we'll all be there.
We're up in time. We'll come up to the Hilton now.
Why wouldn't we be ready for Fulham? If anything, it should be our Fulham ready for us, says Ryan Haswell. And imagine wanting to be Leeds. Imagine not being Leeds is in the house as well.
Hello, Matty.
Good to see you, Matty. We do enjoy your show with Wayne. Awesome. Right, so into the first half, not a comfortable game by any means. I felt so underwhelmed. I don't even know what points to ask you about. So, Conrad, just first half, what are your thoughts? I mean, all our predictions in the chat the week before were like 3-0, 4-0, 5-0, 27-0. Wasn't happening.
No, I know people often like to say, I've been reading a lot recently about how we lower ourselves down to the opposition sort of standard or raise it up for the opposition standard, which is probably, very true because a lot of our game is nullifying attacking output and then countering and trying to sort of do that. So if you're trying to do that against one of the better teams, there's a lot of things to try and nullify, and then you've got to be quick with your counters. Whereas against a team like Oxford, a bit lower down, their attacking insights are not going to be as up to standard as those there. So you end up sort of not diving in as quickly and sort of maybe standing off a bit more than you probably should be. And they're probably feeling out the game. We do a lot of that in the first half, because I know we always used to say Sunderland are two Sunderlands, depending on which half you bother with. But this season, it's felt a bit more like the first half has always been a bit less than the second. The second's always been better. And I don't know if we're feeling teams out or assessing the game ready for, the second half. And then we've scored a lot of our goals straight after half time. You know, if we're sort of thinking, right, get out and do this or get out and do that, and we'll get some joy. So it just felt a bit like we were being serious, but without really sort of needing to push ourselves into second or third gear. Really, we were just like, just nullify and then see what chances come, because we were probably always going to have more of the ball. But as we've said all season, a lot of our chance creation isn't the best. So even against a championship side, that was still evident.
Yeah. Michael Bowers, Conrad makes it sound like we were in control in the first half, the way he's explaining that. Would you tend to agree with that? What was your thoughts on the first half?
It's a tricky one because I did feel we were in control, but without being explosive, if you know what I mean. I think we did enough to get through the game and did enough to control. I mean, look, I think to give a bit of balance for the lads, I think we just played Arsenal and Liverpool back to back, which are two of the hardest games we're going to have this season. We went obviously to away to Oxford. It's another away tie, obviously, that we've had, but and if you remember the weather reports before the game, it wasn't looking great in terms of whether the match was going to go on or not. And I don't care what anyone says, that pitch, if you're going to play on it at a certain intensity, I think you are going to feel the effects of it. So I think personally, I think we were comfortable enough, but we weren't really that. We weren't as I'm trying to think. I guess underwhelmed is a little bit of a fair one to look at it, because I think our team should be so much better than Oxford's now. Again, no disrespect to Oxford, but I'm disrespecting Oxford. But yeah, we did enough to be in front, I think, but we weren't being scintillating. You've got to remember as well, although we weren't great, and I think we didn't really get out of first gear across the whole match, really. But to say, Burnley lost at home to Mansfield, who are in League One. Wolves, I know Wolves obviously are going down, but Wolves just scraped by League Two Grimsby. So there's no easy ties in that regard. There's no easy sort of games in the FA Cup, especially if you're a Premier League side and you're going away from home. You're basically viewed as a scalp to be got at, aren't you? Maybe less so with us, with Oxford, because they've obviously played us like 20 million times in the last 10 years. But other than that, it's not as straightforward as what a lot of people think. And I thought we would win, but I didn't think it was. But I said we'd win by 2 goals. I didn't think it was going to be anything particularly. I didn't think we were going to thrash them, put it that way. But so to answer your question, I think the first half was just a bit until the penalty. Pretty much, there wasn't really that much going on really. But we'll get onto the penalty in a minute. But until that point, I think we created probably one good chance that I can remember. When I can't remember who it was. I think Italy might have crossed on the right hand side, and Isidore basically shoots and hits the side netting, doesn't he? Apart from that,
claimed a corner when he just missed.
Yeah, pretty much. Sell him in the summer, Wilson. But I don't know. Yeah, we weren't great, were we? But I think we were in enough control without being great.
Yeah. Wayne, we'll get your thoughts on the first half as well. But if you want to combine that with the penalty. Was it a penalty? Wasn't it a penalty? Oxford's fans calling us cheats because the referee's terrible. I mean, if we were cheats because the ref was terrible, we should have been cheats for every single game in the Premier League.
Before Wayne says anything. Well, if it's not a penalty, then that makes up for the penalty we should have got against Liverpool and didn't somehow.
Somehow.
I'd rather have the one against Liverpool.
Well, to get the one against Liverpool, then lose to Oxford.
The first half, I thought it was a typical cup tie, to be fair. I thought, Oxford at home, they're going to be up front under the first 15, 20 minutes. They're going to come out and give it a go. I thought we managed it really well. The caused us very, very few problems. I think they had one shot, didn't have much routes, kind of palmed out. Apart from that, they were never really in the game in the first half. It was like just a bit of we never got to a second gear. And I just thought we did well to manage that first 20 minutes, because you can easily get a goal down at them kind of grounds. And we have suffered there last season, we got beat 2-0 out there. So we have got previous against them. But I thought we managed it really well up until that. The penalty was definitely a penalty. I mean, Serkin was going nowhere, and he commits to the tackle. Serkin moves the ball away, he dives in. It's a penalty all day. Doesn't matter what Bloomfield says. Some of his comments after the game were absolutely ridiculous, to be fair. But it was a penalty all day for me. And from that moment on, we were never troubled at any point in the first half. And I thought we did all right. I thought we did all right first half. So I was more than happy with how we started and how we managed that first half. Although we weren't brilliant, we weren't terrible.
Yeah. 2 yellow cards, Conrad. Another quality referee, would you say, for this game?
No, he was shocking, wasn't he? The penalty is a penalty. He takes his standing leg away without sort of, it's not malicious or anything. It's just you've tripped him up.
Goes through him in the box. He's never going to not be.
Tripped him up. You didn't touch the ball. It's a penalty. Yes, he's going away from goal, but it's irrelevant. Like,
sorry, just censor myself. I said it's never going to not be unless you're Brian Brobby. Then you can go through him in the box and not have
it. Take your shirt off and stuff.
The one in the second half baffled me when they said he pulled Luke O'Nien, and then everyone went, "Oh, he's given offside, but he's a mile onside." And it's like, no, he pulled Luke O'Nien back apparently, even though they both had hold of each other. And like the ref blew up dead easy. So when they were complaining, but we've scored, it's like, yeah, but you wouldn't have done. Exactly, everyone stopped. Nordy was high-fiving O'Nien as you were still running after the ball. Like, we all knew it had stopped at that point. So, and Roos was stood there doing this as it went past him. Like,
there's no way Roos wasn't stopping that. It was going at a snail's pace.
Exactly. Mayenda got a kick to the ribs at one point actually, if he'd have knocked that ball through to, I think it was Jocelyn, we would have been through on the right-hand side for a potential shot or across the box. But yeah, he wasn't great. I don't know if I've read this wrong, but I know Hume and Siddiqui both got booked against Everton, and they both got booked in this game. So I don't know if that means that they miss the next FA Cup game. So they're both out of that one. So they're both out of Port Vale or Bristol, but we won't know that until 3 days before our game against them as well. Because what a time.
Weird, that, isn't it?
Yeah, like this is why I was saying in our group chat that I was like, they're probably going to move that game. They surely have to move that game to the Monday night because it's playing on the Tuesday, and so are we, as Michael pointed out in the Premier League. But to then go right on the Wednesday morning, your tickets are out for a game on the Saturday, and you don't even know yet if you're travelling to Stoke or if you're travelling to Bristol. Yeah, for travel for people, buses, hotels, whatever it may be. Yeah, just give them that extra 2 days. Even if you make it Sunday at 4 o'clock or something, and you put one of the big fixtures on the one on the Monday night. But then
can I just say
one that just had on was Macclesfield and Brentford.
Sorry to interrupt, Conrad, but I was going to say I think it would be difficult to put it on the Monday night because the Championship's got a full around the midweek games the following few days after that weekend. So, for example, Bristol City are meant to go to Leicester on Tuesday the 10th. So that's good. So they're probably going to move the Bristol City game maybe to the Wednesday. And I think the latest it gets played for us is probably the Sunday, to be honest.
That makes sense. Next week,
it's crazy.
Why couldn't they play it next week? Have they got midweek games next week as well?
Bristol City have got. I think Bristol City have got a Championship game every 3 days until that weekend. Pretty much.
Let's have a look. Yeah, Bristol City are playing on the Tuesday. No, they're playing on the Tuesday, the 24th. They're then playing on the 3rd, which we know of because that's the FA Cup one, and then they're playing the week after as well.
All right.
So they're playing every midweek. So
why was it postponed? Was it because of a waterlogged pitch or some crap weather?
Yeah, weather and pitch for Port Vale, really. Surely at that point you can go, actually, move it more to Bristol. It's more likely to go ahead. But I suppose you can't do that on the day and tickets and that. But
imagine that. Oh, sorry, guys. You come all the way to Stoke. Can you quickly travel to Bristol? We'll play like 8 o'clock tonight.
Stoke and Bristol's not that far.
That motorway around Bristol's a nightmare, though. Anyway, we've covered my question that was going to be after this about the cup draw, so that's all right.
Early bedtime.
He's trying.
Thanks very much, everyone, for watching. See you next Wednesday.
Yeah, we'll stretch it out. The second half, I mean, not many highlights to talk about. That for once, Labrie does early changes when we don't need the early changes. He only does late changes when we need the early changes. Isidore, Conrad, do you want to talk about Isidore's first 60 minutes before he got replaced by Mayenda?
I forgot he was playing, and I love the man.
The love affair is over.
I said to Michael this week, I just don't get where this change in attitudes come from. Yeah, you're not getting as many minutes, but you're still part of this team. You're important when you come off the bench, and actually, when you've been coming off the bench earlier on in the season, is when you actually had your best sort of spells with us there. Really, I don't know if it's because we've been focusing so much on our hold-up play with Brobby that it just completely doesn't suit his game at all. So that even when he comes on, we don't sort of try and hit him into the channels or ball in behind or quick on the transition. We still try and play like how we did with Brobby, and he just looks, something's just wrong. Like, he just doesn't look the same Isidore we saw last year or even at the start of the season. And it's probably down to lack of game time and probably not feeling the love. But I think he's got to be away in the summer. And I still think it was right of us not, there was all the rumours in January about him going to Everton for 25 mil. And obviously 25 mil, I'd snap your hand off because he's not worth that. But it was right not to sell him in January because I didn't want to pigeonhole us into chasing a striker that we didn't really test or see out firsthand. But he needs to go in summer because Mayenda came on and within 30 seconds had done more than Isidore did in 60 minutes.
Yeah. When other faces on there, we saw Tabby come on for Talby, stuff like that. Obviously 09 got a good start and stuff. Did anyone force their way into Premier League picking options, do you think?
I didn't know about Premier League, but I thought 09 again was spot on at the back. He looked really good. I said it before, he gives us something different. He brings the ball out of defence quickly and he's got a bit pace. Like, I know Alderete is good, but coming out of defence, he gives you a little bit extra, which, I'm not against it. If he had to play in the Premier League, I wouldn't be adverse to giving him a go, which is, it's not like me saying that because I thought he'd been anywhere near the team. But
imagine if that had been on your bucket list at the start of the season, Wayne.
Exactly.
You're right. He's not afraid of any team to have
everyone's
that goal,
continuity.
Is he? I don't think the big stage affects him. So I think even if you put him on against a massive team, he'd still try and make that run.
He would, he'd give you that something different. So I was impressed with him. I thought Jocelyn, when he came on, otherwise known as Ahmad, I thought he was class when he came on. I thought he showed us some really good touches. And he looked, I know he only played Oxford, but he looks a player. He really does look a player. Very brief cameo, but you cannot really judge him on 5-10 minutes, but he looks really, really good.
I'm about to. He's the best player we've ever had.
I might have touched on Getrauda there, and I thought, he didn't have his best game, probably because he's not at game time, but I thought he did all right. In the anchor role, he was neat and tidy. He didn't really do too much.
Can I ask about Getrauda? Because it wasn't a game to benefit him because a lot of the ball was not played in the midfield. It was a lot of hoof ball from Oxford to get it forward to the men to try and spin it into the channels. And for us, we don't play through the centre. We always play on the wings. So it was a game that sort of passed him by, really. Like, what wasn't through him. I just thought every time Oxford got it, it went over him. And every time we went round him. Right. So it was all a bit,
I think even you've seen the best of him. He's one of those solid players that is never going to do anything prolific that makes you go, whoa, look at what he's done, like you've just said about Tabby. But he's just a solid player in the team, isn't he?
He's one of them. He's one of them where you didn't notice he does the dirty work. And you've got to think he's a centre half now by trade. I mean, he can't play there, but
he was class against Arsenal at home, and he was class in defensive mid against Chelsea away. And to be honest, we lost 3-0 to Man City at their place, and I actually thought he was one of the better players when he played there.
He was, but getting back to Wilson as well, Wilson looks like a player that's just spot his dummy out to me. He looks like, we said at the start of the season, he's a confidence player. His confidence is shot. He's never scored since October, is it, when the Chelsea away game, last time he got a goal. And when he has played, for me, he's not done it. He had a good chance on Sunday, that chance he missed where he hit the side netting. But he just didn't look interested for me. He wasn't sprinting, wasn't tracking back. He wasn't
getting involved.
He was never in the game. Was never in the game at all, which was poor and disappointing. If you are upset you're not playing, then games like Oxford is a game where you can state a claim and get a couple of goals. But he never looked like scoring, so really, really disappointing from him. And I think Mayenda is probably ahead of him now based on that performance.
Yeah, come into a cup game like this against Oxford, bag yourself a hat trick, and even if the manager's not asking questions, the fans will be, and they'll be on your side. Michael Bowers, has our recruitment team done it again? We saw Tabby and we saw obviously Aguero in the last game. I didn't think he would ever replace Talby on any wing, but potentially they're going to have some hard decisions over the next few games. What's your thoughts on the second half and these new players?
Quickly on the new players, I think Ngulu looks more like close to being ready for now, even though there will be some development on his side to do, because otherwise he'd cost about 50 million instead of 17. Yeah, which is half a job, but it's also half the truth.
He looked
really.
brilliant in Liverpool, though, coming up against opposition like that. And
I thought
was
he
a
did all right. I
workhorse
think
as well.
my criticism in that game was more that I think as a team we didn't, and I said this on Friday, and I think Wayne in particular agree with us. We didn't utilise Szoboszlai's absence anywhere near enough, in my opinion. But that's not Ngulu's fault, by the way. That's probably the way we were set up as a team. But I thought in what he did, I thought there were flashes of promise. Tabi, I think, is an interesting one because I still stand by that he's someone that for the longer term he's a signing for probably 18 months' time rather than so much for now. And the good thing is because we're almost safe in the Premier League pretty much, we've got that luxury of being able to blood players in for next season and beyond. I still wouldn't be shocked if Tabi goes out on loan next season. Hopefully not, though. Hopefully he ends up making a big impact.
Tabby or Talby?
Tabi.
Jocelyn.
Yeah, Jocelyn. Yeah, I should just saying that, shouldn't I? To answer your question,
I suddenly went, Talby going out on loan. And then I went, right, I might have misheard that.
Tabby. Yeah.
Tabby Cat.
Tabby Cat, yeah, Garfield. Garfield goes out on loan, and I'll just call him that. Yeah, I mean, that's for the second half. I mean, I think Sunderland definitely deserved to win the game. I think we were, again, it's similar to the first half, in control. And we actually created some decent chances, like the one you mentioned where I think Mayenda passes inside the box instead of shooting. We have a great opportunity to score. Jocelyn, late on, actually has a really, really good effort himself to go and score. Mundle, I think, and actually I thought Mundle, I still have my doubts about him being Prem level, but I thought in this game, bear in mind it is against Oxford, but in this game I thought he looked pretty good. Sorry?
Second half, he was really good. Second half, he had a really good second half, I thought.
Yeah, I agree. So I think we did it. I mean, I can't really remember. I'm trying to remember any clear-cut chances Oxford created. I mean, I think Will Lancashire looked like a bit of a, bastard up front, which for them was a good thing. And I think he's going to be critical if they're going to avoid relegation. But yeah, I think for me, we did enough to deserve to win without having to go into second gear. And I kind of don't mind that because you want to manage fitness and give these players more and more time to recover. Obviously the good thing now is for this week, we've had all week to prepare for Fulham and we'll have all of next week to prepare for the game against Bournemouth. So, yeah, I think the second half was probably less to talk about than the first half, because at least the first half we actually scored a penalty.
Yeah. I just feel like we should have put it to bed. I felt like we didn't take the opportunities we needed to kind of put the game to bed.
We didn't particularly need to, though, did we? That was the weird thing.
We didn't need to, but we always need to when it's 1-0. I don't agree with the Mundle thing vibes from you, Conrad. So I was going to come to you anyway.
No, yeah, I can go into that, but I would say we would have put that game to bed had their keeper not made about 3 or 4 pretty decent saves. Actually, he was actually one of their best players. Yeah, Mundle for me. Just what was it? It's all fart, no substance. Is that the way of saying it? Just whatever it is. Just it's like, great. He ran at someone. Oh, class. Did he do anything? No. All right, okay. But he got into some good positions. Oh, great. Were they anywhere near the box or helping the team? Well, no. But all right, okay, great.
Roberts.
It was just one of them. I'm like, and then I've read all the stuff when he's like, he took on the most people and successfully beat the most people. I'm like, he should do against Oxford, the 23rd, like in the championship. Like, if you'd have said this when we played Everton away in the FA Cup, I'd have been like, it's pretty good, that Premier League opposition, good.
That game he was very good, to be fair.
He was all right in that game. He had about 4 shots on target, but every one of them was down the middle. It was just, and then in this one, when that came to him on that side, the first time he had a shot, I was like, Mundle, I know you're good at this. Far cut. Oh, straight to the keeper. Okay, cool. Nice one. Yeah, cheers, mate. And then there was another one where he actually got the ball and I went, right, here you go, you're in. And he went, yeah, beats one. And I went, hey, shoot. Beats another. Okay, now shoot. Beats another and then falls. And it's like,
that seems to be a sort of winger thing, though, doesn't it? Where a lot of them like
exactly.
just a dribble, and beat a man again. Lyndon Gooch used to do this all the time in League One, and I love Lyndon Gooch's work rate, but it's a fair comparison. But he drove me nuts. Where it's like, I'll dribble, but I'm going to beat him again. Right, I'll do a step over and beat him again. Right, I'll beat him again. You can't put the ball in the box. No, I'm just going to beat him again and again, and I've now lost the ball. So that means that the attack is now gone.
Just hit it. Like, I don't care if you miss. Do you know what I mean? But just that, like Angulo. Oh, I can't say his name. What is it?
No, that is Angulo.
Angulo. Against Liverpool, that one, Nilsson. He took on the right back, then skipped past Canate, and then just shot. And he was like 35 yards out, but it was straight at the keeper. But I'm a bit like, you've had a go. Well done. Like, you've actually had a shot. Jocelyn looked good because he tried to beat his man a couple of times and get around. Then he was like, I'm over it. I want the ball in space, or had a shot at one point. And you were like, that's great. Like that's better. Just
he worked well when he lost it as well.
He did.
He was fighting for it back.
It felt a lot of like undeserved praise was going Mundle's way. It's probably what I want to say. He was fine. That's about the level of it. Solid.
I'd say he was good
out of 10 on the day.
I'd say he was good considering who he was playing against. That's
That's
probably the best way to put it.
He should be. He should be.
Yeah,
Like,
but you see, so he should be, but it doesn't always work that way, though, does it?
No, it doesn't. But like, if he was playing for Ipswich instead of Clark now, and he'd been doing that sort of game for them, I'd be like, yeah, solid.
Well, I'll ask you, Conrad, because I asked the other two this last week, and I didn't get a chance to ask you. I see Mundle, at least at the moment, as a good championship player, not good enough for the Premier League. Is that fair?
I missed a word out there. Good championship player.
Good championship player, but not good, and not, at least as of right now, not good enough for the Premier League.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
He might be in the future, I don't know, but right now I don't think he is.
Potentially, yeah. The thing that I think the bit that got me the most is I did it in the vlog for Arsenal, and when he came on for Talby before Angulo came on, and I was a bit like,
why?
Oh,
why?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
What is Mundle bringing that Talby isn't already bringing? Or or do you feel what we're throwing Angulo in too soon? Like what was that about? And even on the vlog, I went, well, that's an interesting one. Well, let's see. Maybe he'll get a run at someone, and maybe we'll get back into the game. And then the next clip, I went 2-0 Arsenal. It was just like I was even laughing at myself when I watched back and went, that feels like I've just gone Mundle's fault. Like, and it wasn't. But it was just like I didn't get what he was going to bring to the Arsenal game that the new lad wasn't going to bring in and do that. Like, he's just been playing in, I think, Anderlecht are in the Europa League or the Conference League. They'll be quite high up in their league. And I sort of thought, he'll be thinking, my first game's Arsenal. I want to make an impression. There was no harm in throwing him in at 1-0 down against them.
Yeah.
But then to throw Mundle, who hasn't done anything this season, felt wrong. Do you know, it just felt like that's the wrong call. And I am jumping back to a week because I missed last week. And then the Oxford one, I think it was just, I expected more, like from the praise that you're getting. I wanted it to be like he had 4 shots on target and that keeper was on an absolute blinder. If it wasn't for the keeper, it would have been 6-0 and Mundle would have got all of them. But no, I'm getting told, well, he beat a man and ran at someone into the corner. And I'm like, nice.
So in other words,
I feel like I'm being really too harsh on him, but like I also feel like I want more, and that's probably I'm a victim of Sunderland being so good this season that I expect more than that. Like that's.
No,
I just hope he gets as much shit as I got when I mentioned things like this about Neil. Just
can I just say, by the way, okay, so what we're saying is congratulations, Romain Mundle, on your brace in the game against Fulham at the weekend. In advance.
Hey, I always say I am buzzing when I'm wrong. When they
if we can get the same clip as Wayne did, but with Conrad going around.
Romain Mundle, what a player!
Honestly, if that happens, I'll be like, "Mum, get the phone. Right, I'm going to do this."
Imagine Conrad will go, honestly. Romain, well done.
That's fine. That's fine, Conrad. But
20 times you put the ball in the box, mate. You had a shot.
Yeah.
Don't call me mum though. It'll be a bit weird.
That's true. You're there. My mum's not there. That's true.
Yeah, that's gonna be a bit weird.
Listen, what you're planning in private's no business of ours.
I'm gonna have to keep that up on the vlog now, Mike. I'm gonna have to call you mum the whole thing.
It's fine. I'll call you daddy, and we'll get it really weird.
In that there.
Right, move on this conversation before it gets even more like OnlyFans.
Let's end this one quickly with a man of the match. Michael Bowers, just a name, man of the match for that game.
Daddy. Okay, if I'm going to say man of the match, I actually do think it was probably. I think Mundle would have been a good shout actually. So I'll just give it out just to annoy Conrad. I'll say Mundle.
Mundle. All right, Wayne, man of the match.
Actually, I changed my mind.
I was going to say Mundle as well, but I was just going to say Luke 09. I thought he stood up well against Lancashire. Big physical strike. I thought he did all right. So for me, Luke 09.
Yeah. Conrad?
Yeah, Mundle for me. Luke 09 has to be. He didn't put a foot wrong all game and was absolutely fantastic, as he was in the Everton game. So the FA Cup is his competition.
I think it's the first man of the match that we all agree.
And he was captain as well, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Luke 09, man of the match
Can you
from
just
all
quickly
of us as well.
Sorry, Mike, but can you just quickly reflect on the fact that we signed this guy nearly 8 years ago from Wycombe Wanderers as a centre midfielder in League One? And I bet you never thought, if you said to him and us at the time, oh, by the way, in 8 years' time, he's going to be playing for you in the Premier League and be captaining in the FA Cup.
Mr. Sunderland, listen, he's given me so many laughs over the years.
I said, just keep him until 2028, and then he can get his testimonial. Then he can do whatever he wants.
Yeah, right. Let's get some comments.
Regardless,
let's get some comments in. Get the people involved in the comments before we move on to our usual game spot. Steve said, "Has assistant leaving and Speakman going changed the mood in the back room?" I wouldn't like to think they had that much influence in the back room. John Parr says, "All right, Michael lad, it's stupid how semi-final gets you to Wembley. I'm not complaining though. We were only there 5 minutes ago."
Well, we're on a right streak.
Haven't we been there like 5 times in the last 7 years or something?
Portsmouth, Charlton.
Do you include Tranmere?
Yeah, Tranmere, Wycombe, and
Sheffield
then you
United.
Go Sheffield United. Yeah.
So yeah, 5 times ever since 2019. Obviously, the team 5 times, us 4.
Yeah.
Regular spots taking over Wembley.
I will say, I agree with that. The FA Cup was miles better when you used to have to do a neutral ground for the semi-finals. Because I remember in 2003, 2004, I went to Old Trafford to watch us play Millwall.
Yeah.
Another defeat.
Lost, though.
The moral of the story: don't play an Sunderland FA Cup game at Old Trafford ever again.
Yeah.
SJ says the assistant wanted to be manager, didn't he? That's what I've heard as well. Yeah, that he wants to step up his career. So I don't think it's any love loss as such there going on. I heard the go ahead for 63k upgrade to the stadium. That is madness. We sell that many season tickets.
There's a waiting list for season tickets they announced today. So obviously they're putting out the stuff for next year's season tickets and preparing everyone for the price hike. But I think they're also saying there's actually a waiting list at the moment for season tickets. So
if that gets to 1,000, that's I know how many big to build.
The quick question is,
it doesn't have to. They could season ticket and then sell the odd ones and stuff like that. Really,
he's saying there's a waiting list, Conrad. Is Mike secretly one of them, and he just hasn't told us yet?
Probably.
Of course he is. He's moved.
But his record's gone now. He's lost at home.
Yeah,
it's like me. I've lost away now when I went to Arsenal, so we both lost that in a week, Mike.
That's it. We're both bad. Got the same shirt on as Mike tonight. Touch of class. Does yours look painted on as well, or is that just me? Cheers. I love Isidore, but he hasn't had a good game since Chelsea, says Paul. Hume Siddiqui out for Bristol and Port Vale. Xhaka should be back and Traore should be fit on right wing if we want to go strong.
I like Traore. I think we should extend his contract by a year with that option. We've really missed him.
Yeah, I was going to say we have years of extension, don't we?
Yeah. I'm about 5 minutes behind on the live stream. I've even turned off the Arsenal game off to watch as on big
Steve.
telly.
Well done, mate.
There we go.
You'll be just at the bit where Conrad's getting called daddy. That's where you'll be. He's
just turned the telly off. That's how we know.
But basically, that's an exclusive for only fans in SAFC, starring Mike and Conrad.
Wilson's been off since his daughter was born. Could be personal things. Maybe that's changed it a bit.
Since that, because that was before Brentford. Brentford was the game after his daughter was born. He then went on to score against Villa and then score against Chelsea, which was 2 months after. I think it's since he's lost his place to Robbie, really, which is about early December, late November, really, isn't it?
Always going to be the way when you play a single striker. It was always going to be them battles.
It was always going to be. We all said at the start. We know we're biding our time that Robbie is going to be the number 9, and it's happened.
Yeah. Barry thinks 09 should be given more chances. I think we tend to agree after the man of the match performance. Like to see him in a few lesser Premier League games. Tabby looks fearless, and we need that, says Changing Crisis. John W. says, I enjoyed watching the 09 Lancashire face-off. I did. Oh, it was great to see how frustrated he was.
I just needed a bit more shithousery, jumping on his back, kissing him, waving the linesman's flag, just something. I needed another moment.
Need another moment, yeah. But Talby is allowed. But Talby is allowed off days as he's proved he can play well against Premier teams.
That's true.
Why can't we play right footer on the right and left foot on the left and whip some crosses in? That would be silly.
That would benefit. That would actually benefit Isidore. But we don't. We play opposite footers on either side because we cut back inside and we try and play it into the middle to bring in other, supporting players. And Brobby is exactly that person you'd want in the middle to hold it up or spin someone. And when we did whip across in the other day, and he got fouled for a penalty, and the ref went, "I didn't see that. Never happened."
Yeah.
Right.
But Robbie's got a bullet header on him as well, so it'd suit him as well.
Yeah.
Have Conrad's radiators gone off?
Yeah.
There we go. Stick 50p in the meter.
There's a super chat button there if you want to help me put heating on.
And that's for the channel. And that's for the channel, by the way, not the OnlyFans going on in the background.
Yeah.
But if you want to do it that as well.
You are?
Is that Wayne saying like, "Oh, was OnlyFans Wayne, are you saying your OnlyFans content is people just watching you sleep in bed?"
Well, listen, YouTube members only content. Watch this space.
Good time to join Only Fools and SAFC. Right, games. What? Who's up? Who's up?
This is the part where we don't talk about football. Stop moaning.
So switch off now or fast forward.
Yeah.
Well, I've just got
come back in 20 minutes.
I've got a couple of ones regarding the FA Cup. I've got a feeling that Conrad will get these within 2 seconds.
You say this every time. Ever since you started saying I'm so good at this, I've lost my ability.
You missed the worst one ever, Conrad. You got away with the worst pun
Last
one
week
ever.
was the best one yet. The Valentine's one was the best one
I think
yet.
I watched this. Yeah, it's about players with love or something in the name, and I was screaming at one of them, going, "Donald Love, Donald Love!" I was just screaming at the telly.
Romeo Lukaku was class, man. There were some great ones amongst them.
Right, stop flirting and playing.
Stop flirting.
Sorry, Daddy.
Go on, Steve, lad. Like your style.
Right.
So, FA Cup 5th round. So, Sunderland have just qualified for the 5th round of the Cup. What season did we last get through to the 5th round?
2014-15.
Yeah, it was 13-14 because 14 was the year we got to the Carabao Cup final as well.
Yeah, but 2014-15 was the year we lost to Bradford, wasn't it?
That was my next question. Who did we play?
Oh, there you go. Well done. Okay.
So you're getting straight away. Now,
Wayne, can I say before we move on to the next one? Does anyone know who Bradford? I was going to say, does anyone know who Bradford were managed by at that point?
That's my next question. Shut up, Michael.
Do you know who played up front? Do you know who played up front for Bradford? John Stead.
Yeah. And that's my next question. So just fuck off.
Wayne, I thought you said you wanted to get to bed, mate.
But not that quick.
Fine. Short shambles, I apologise.
Right.
Question 4.
Please, for a moment, Mike might get this answer. 2 members of the Bradford setup that day have got some of the connections. Can you guess who they are, Mike?
We've just said them both. The manager?
Yeah. I wasn't listening.
Who was Bradford's manager that day? Went on to manage us later on. Phil Parkinson.
Okay. And who was the centre forward who scored against us?
Who only scored 1 goal famously for us? Yeah.
Stead. Yeah.
Stead, well done.
He actually scored 2 goals for us, John Stead.
So, this one's another one. 2000, 2001.
I thought you put Steed. Sorry. I was like, Steve Malbronk didn't play for Bradford, but I misread it.
2000, 2001. We also got to the 5th round. Who did we play that day?
Oh, you bastard. 2001.
Hang on, let me just look on Google. 2000 to 2001.
West Ham.
West Ham. What was the score?
1-0. Frederick Canute scored for them. They sold out the entire south stand of that stadium that day.
In the Sunderland connection?
For West Ham. Di Canio?
Paolo Di Canio was playing for them,
Yeah. I was at that game. That's mental, I remember that.
iPad out the window. Next.
Oh, is that it? Right, sorry. I was enjoying that. I absolutely nailed that last one.
Well
right. Well, thank you. Sorry, me and Mike ruined that. Sorry, I will just say, look at that. That's right, Jeff. You're dealing with someone who is Rain
Cheers,
Man.
Joe. I don't deserve credit for 2015, you bastard.
Yeah, that's true, actually. Yeah, I forgot that Bradford was the 5th round, actually. I thought it was the year before when you were talking quarterfinals.
All right, I'll ask Wayne a question since he's obviously the quiz master here.
Far from that.
Well, okay, fine. Let's see if we can see when you can get this. In 2013-14, what round did we get to in the FA Cup? So the same year we got the Carabao Capital One Cup final.
I've just said it 5 minutes ago.
Quarter final?
Correct. Now, who did we play in the 5th round on the way to that?
13-14.
Yep. Wow, making Conrad have to think here. Okay.
Was it a championship side?
Now, yes, then no.
Portsmouth?
Southampton, 2-0 at home.
1-0.
Oh, was it?
1-0, but it was
Gardner.
okay. Craig
Gardner
screamer off the bar.
I was close.
Yeah.
Portsmouth, I was in the same location.
Yeah, I was just about to mention what Conrad said. I was like, similar location, actually. Think of their rivals, but there you go.
Can I just say I can't remember what I had for tea 3 hours ago. So,
Mike, who did we play in the Capital One Cup final in 2014 at Wembley?
Bob Monkhouse.
Daddy.
Oh no, for God's sake.
Right,
Conrad, save us.
Yeah, I've got a 20 questions. I've got a 20 questions again with a former Sunderland player. You tend to get him within about 8. So let's see if you can beat
None
your
of them's
record
daddy
of 8.
related, are they?
None of them's daddy
I
related.
don't think any of this player would be called daddy. So
That's the theme for next week. Daddy for the theme for next week.
Daddy Collins. Oh, God.
Yeah, well, very good.
Daddy
So
back.
Oh my God.
I'll let you
all
go
over the
around and
place.
do a question each, and then you can ask the chat for ones as well.
I'll let one of these two go first.
Okay. Did he play for us 2010 onwards?
No.
No.
That's pre-2010. Did he cost more than £1 million?
No, you fucker.
Go on.
Right, hang on.
I'll Google
Well, this
that.
is great, isn't it? Well done, Conrad.
Well, I had Wikipedia.
You can ask
but I haven't
questions
got
in the
much
chat as
about
well.
him.
I'll pick up on them.
Let's have a look. Transfer market for Torre Andre Flo. No, it was a free transfer.
Free transfer.
You bastard.
This is water. I promise you it is water.
So you say.
Were we in the Premier League? Is the question from the chat.
Yes.
There we go.
Yeah.
Before 2010, a free transfer.
Who was his daddy? I have no idea.
Who is your daddy and what does he do?
Senior Torre Andre Flo.
Oh dear me, love it, love it.
Did he play up front?
Yes.
Okay.
Is he French?
Yes.
Is it Djibril Cissé?
That was
No.
no.
Oh, but I thought he was 2009. I was thinking that's nowhere near, but yeah, you're right. But no, it's not Cisse.
Ooh, transfer French.
Is he
Torre
Wilsonist or
Flo.
just time travel? Is he Wilsonist or just time travel 20 years?
Did he play more than 20 games for us?
He's Googling it again, isn't he?
No, I'm just looking. More than 20, no.
Oh, David Bellion.
Yes.
Hey!
Right, so more than 20,
Dalek.
he played exactly 20.
Did he?
That's why I had to be like, more than 20, no. Letalic was a good shout, actually, because 2006 French striker. That was
There we
about
go.
7, so that's a new record. I'm going to
Very
stop
good,
doing this.
very
You're getting
good.
too quick.
I can't see. I've been crying.
Who's your daddy?
I don't know. Let's have a look. Who's his daddy?
Mr. Belly on. Mr. Belly on.
And a picture of Conrad Lee comes up on the screen.
Survey says you're not the father. No.
The test result for the Conrad is not your biological father.
No. You don't have to pay child support. Woo!
Right, let's go back to football, shall we?
Oh, do we have to?
Yeah. Obviously, we've got Fulham coming up. No longer the Fortress of Light, technically. But
we'll build another.
Fulham, another team that's not on form. Do we end up dropping to their level, or do we rise up and perform like we should? Conrad, what team you want to see starting this one? There's lots of different choices now. We've just seen all these new players, and Gertrude has had a game. So, what's your starting lineup look like? What changes?
The strongest team possible. No, I think we tend to go with Siddiqui as a 6, even though I don't actually think he plays that well as a 6. He was much better when he was next to Xhaka and given a bit more freedom. But they tend to be dropping him a bit deeper there, and you're going to go Diarra and Enzo in the middle, I think, is your 2 that you're going to sort of stick with. I think there's every chance we see Angulo start and go straight into the team there, which I don't know on the right if they're going to put Talbi out there, because he's not actually that effective on the right-hand side. I don't think he's probably better on the left, but it's just, who are you going to put in there unless you're going to again go Trey Hume as a right winger, which he isn't. But when he does contribute going forward, it's only ever actually at home. So, do we look at that one, because then it frees up Nordy to bomb down the wings and he can sort of slot back in. But that's more thinking of what Regis will be thinking about when we see that at home games in previous Crystal Palace and not the Liverpool one, the one before that. I think Nordy got 2 assists in a row for the exact same thing, where we freed him up down that right-hand side and he got in. So that's the ones. And then the back 4, I think, picks itself if Alderete is capable of doing a game. I know he limped out of Liverpool at 80 minutes. He limped out of Burnley at about 80 minutes as well. So I don't know if that was a reason we sort of, again, rested him. But 09 was good enough anyway for Oxford. But you could potentially see... Oh, interest. Sorry, just side point while I'm thinking of Alderete. I think, this might be controversial, I think we should drop him.
May as well.
No, I don't think it's controversial. I think I've seen a few people suggest that.
Okay. Why?
Just because I think he's fantastic. I really do. And I think he's very skillful on the ball. But he doesn't half put us in trouble occasionally. Arsenal goal was his fault. He loses the ball for us.
Not having this.
Right, here comes the daddy. Here we go.
I'm only saying this because when he was injured earlier on in the season, Gertrude played centre-back in his position and was perfectly fine as well. I'm just saying, if you're not 100% fit, which we've clearly seen in the last 2 that he isn't, and you do have a mistake in you, and I don't know if that's down to your fitness or just stupid decision-making, I think it's a bit like 1 game out wouldn't hurt you. I still think he's probably, with Ballard, our best centre-back. I still think that, but I also think Gertrude is a very good stand-in for him, that we could do that and sort of go, do you know what? We're all right to miss you for a game. 1 as a sort of fucking cut that shit out that you did at Arsenal, and that you did it against Liverpool actually away, when I think back to about it. And some of these hospital balls you put across the back line, just stop it and get yourself fit, so that the Alderete we saw for the first 10 games is what we see going forward. I still think he's our best centre-back, though. Just cut some shit out and get fit.
Go on, Mike. That's clearly got under your skin, that.
I think
Sorry, go on, Win.
I think he's playing with an injury. He looks miles off the pitch. He doesn't look fit. He looks like he lost a yard of pace in the last 4 or 5 games. For me, looks like he's playing with an injury. You cannot be doing
that. Might be why he's dillying on the ball a bit if he can't move properly, and that's costing us. And I know we've played 2 of the best sides in the league in the last 2, of course, as well. But so it wasn't as evident against Burnley. But still, when he got roughhoused against Burnley, he had to come off.
Yeah. Go on, Mike. Obviously.
I mean, if it's for rest purposes, for injury purposes, fine, I get it. I'm just a bit like, if we talk about the odd hospital ball and odd giving it away, then Dan Neil should have been dropped every other game last season. Just throwing that out there. But everyone was defending him, till the hills come on. I think
he's from Sunderland.
I think Alderete is a superb player. If we have to rest him, we have to rest him. But as far as I'm concerned, he's on par with Reynildo, with Nordy. That back four, don't mess with it. Just don't mess with them as far as I'm concerned.
The only reason I said is because when we had to mess with it in like October time and when he wasn't fit, Gertrude came in and you didn't notice any difference. We still were picking up great points at home, great points away. So it's only because we have an adequate stand-in that I'm suggesting it. It's because if it was Jensen Seelt was still there, I'd be going, fucking play him with whatever fucking injection you've got. We need Alderete to play. But it's a bit like, if you're not fit, and because I've seen these mistakes coming in, which I don't think are part of your game normally, maybe it's worth resting you for a game or two.
I would also argue that Hume is more of a liability than he is.
Potentially,
yeah. Hume's not cost us any goals, is he? And he's not.
I was going to say, I do not remember Hume giving the ball away.
Hume cost us 2 goals at West Ham.
Yeah, but I don't think that was excluded. That wasn't.
But apart from that, no.
He's lost us all a lot of almost goals. Somebody else has saved his bacon.
Could you not have though as a back four if we're going to rest Alderete for a game? Reynildo, Ballard, Mukiele, and Hume. To me, that's a more than competent enough back four in the Premier League.
Yes, because Hume is where he should be.
Exactly.
Yeah, well, okay, fine then. I'll rephrase that then. Yes, Hume against West Ham, but it's a coincidence that he wasn't playing in his natural position then. Whereas Alderete is playing in his natural position. So there's context with Hume. Where, and don't get me wrong, I love Alderete as well. But it's something that it's not just, to be fair to Alderete, it's not just him. I remember Xhaka doing exactly the same thing against Palace. If you remember, the chance in the first half, Mateta should have scored on like Sunderland. I love yous, but can you stop fucking giving the ball away in stupid areas?
If I'm being very fair as well, the second goal against Arsenal, Nordy gives it away by doing this daft thing that we seem to do where we're stood in the right back position. Hume was actually on the byline, as in, give me the ball, I'm going to launch it upfield and then we can reset. Alderete did it away at Liverpool and Nordy did it in that game where they tried to just chip it out and it went 10 yards and Arsenal just went straight back and got it and Liverpool scored from it and Arsenal scored from it. There's these silly little mistakes where we're just going, just slightly giving it away instead of being like, fucking get rid of this ball. I don't even care if it goes out, reset where you are. That's what we need to. And that's what we were doing earlier on. So it's not just completely at Alderete because Nordy did that one against Arsenal as well. But Alderete's was he physically lost possession of it, whereas Nordy's was he just didn't clear it far. And he had the option of Hume right next to him too, who wasn't being marked, to just go, I'm rolling this back to you so that you can launch it and we can all get up 20 yards, And that was that one. So it's not just an Alderete thing. Alderete's is the most present because it was like, you fucking gave it away in your own penalty box, and then they scored from that one.
I do think Hume's been done dirty because he's been given the armband and played out of position all at the same time. So you don't know if the captaincy's weighing heavy on him. He's trying to control the game as well as playing out of position. That's a lot to take in, and we know he's at his best when he plays in position.
It was West Ham, Burnley, Arsenal and Liverpool. So 2 of them, I'm sort of giving him a free pass on because even with Xhaka playing against Arsenal and Liverpool, they were going to be incredibly hard games. West Ham is the one which I'm a bit like, what the fuck was that, mate?
I know he's captain of Northern Ireland, but when you see him on the pitch, he's not a shouter. He doesn't organise things for me. He's not a captain. When you've got likes of Ballard on the pitch and Norley on the pitch, them are the ones that should be captain for me. I mean, crazy decision.
I don't know if you've seen just Sunderland put out a video today of Mayenda and Siddiqui playing a lot of silly games. And at one point they do one where they're like, who is most likely to be shouting at the ref? And they both go, Granite. And then they go, Nordy as well. And I'm like, well, Nordy would probably talk himself into a red card if he was allowed to talk to the referees. Because every time
Xhaka's not on the pitch and he's fighting with fans.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that, so just going back to the original, I do really like Alderete, and I think he is our best centre-back up there with Ballard. It's just something's not 100% with him, and that couple of percent is cost us against Arsenal. He's not seeing out games fully, and it's a bit like, I want to be sure Do you know that's what I'm asking? I just want to be sure. And because we have Gertrude, I'm like, that's like for like. He's played left centre back about 4 or 5 games earlier on for us, and I didn't even notice Alderete was gone. We actually even had the conversation: how does Alderete get back in the team back in November?
Did I?
So
Get that heating on, Conrad. Get that heating on. You got a quid from SJ.
Yeah, thank you. We're eating good tonight, kids.
We're eating, kids. It's a big game, Wayne. It's another one of those ones where this could get us to 39 points, and obviously we said at the start of the season like the 40 point was the magical number, but Fulham are right behind us, and there's a 2-point difference. This could open up a nice cushioned gap at this stage, so it's a big game. So the pressure's on. No Xhaka again. Do you think we can rise to it?
I think you read what you say. I think for me, I didn't like using the word must win, but this is a game where we can probably 100% guarantee with safety get a 39 points. And our West Ham have started to play well, but for me, I think Forest are the ones that are looking sick out of them bottom 3 places.
I really hope Spurs go down.
So would I. I kind of see it, but I would love that. But I think
they're only 5 points away, and West Ham are flying at the minute. And they're only 2 points ahead of Forest, and Forest are in a mess, and you'd think might get a new manager bounce a little bit. And Leeds look like they're
have you seen who the new manager is?
Sorry, Mike.
The ex-Wolves manager.
The ex-Wolves one.
So that doesn't fill me with confidence at all. But I think it's a must-win. I think it's a great opportunity to get back to winning ways. You know, now we've had 2 really hard games, Arsenal, Liverpool, and now's the chance to put on a performance, get on the front foot. Fulham are struggling. You know, they're in a bad run of form. They're not going to want to come to you. So for me, it's a great chance to get back and get like virtually just guarantee safety for me. So I'm looking forward to us putting on a show at the weekend. Fingers crossed.
Who's on your wings?
For me, I'd swap it. I'd put Angulo on the right and I'd put Talby on the left. I think Talby's much more better on the left-hand side. And I thought when Angulo came on against Arsenal, was it Arsenal he came on against? I thought he looked, even it was 5 minutes, he looked all right. He could play there. So for me, I would do that. Back 4, I would probably say what we said. Hume, Nordy, Ballard, Ryan Aildor, Siddiqui, Diarra, Lafayette in midfield with Talby and Angulo and Robbie up front. That would be my team.
Michael Bowers, any differences in your team? It seems like midfield struggling in these last few games without Xhaka there. We kind of bypass them more than anything else. So what's your team looking like going into this?
I think quickly on the midfield, I think if you're missing Granit Xhaka, a player of his influence, you're going to feel it, aren't you? Okay, I'll tell you then. I'll go through it. Arsenal, they're not going to win the league this year. They don't think they're ever going to win, are they?
Bottled it again.
Yeah. I mean, a point for Arsenal at Brentford, for example, I think is an all right result. A point away at Wolves is poor. But anyway, back onto your question, right? Okay, I'll go through my own team. I would say Roofs, Hugh, Mukiele, Ballard, Reynildo, then probably the same midfield 3 as against Burnley, which I imagine would be Siddiqui, Diarra, and Lafay. I actually agree with Wayne. I wouldn't mind going Nilsson and Gulu on the right, Talby on the left, and Brobbey up front. For me, that's kind of how I would want to look at it. I think I'm just looking at Fulham's last 3 results, actually. They've lost 3 games in a row, but in fairness to them, 2 of them have been away at Man United, who've been really good under Michael Carrick, and away at Man City. So I'm not going to take too much in their last 2 away games. But for us, this is a good opportunity. I think it's safe to say Arsenal and Liverpool weren't going to define how we were going to do this season. And I'm looking at our next 5 games. In fact, you could probably argue up until the start of May, really. So I'll just quickly go through them. So obviously you've got Fulham, wants to do it right. Fulham on Sunday. Obviously, I'm just doing Premier League. Fulham on Sunday, Bournemouth away after that, Leeds away, Brighton at home, Saudi Arabia away, then Spurs at home, Aston Villa away, Forest at home. That's our pictures over the next 2 months. Villa away is the one that stands out to me as, we'll do well to get something there. Newcastle, of course, being sorry for swearing. Newcastle, of course, being a derby. It's
3 points. 3 points, easy.
Well, just to be clear, you mean for Sunderland?
Yes, of course.
Well, look, a derby game there is different. Anything can happen there. But even if you look beside that, Tottenham at the minute look honking. Forest, I don't know. Vita Pereira for the short term might be a decent appointment, but I think Forest are the ones that I'm looking at and going, I'm less So certain on them.
Didn't he keep Wolves up at the end of last season, doing
Did
really
I?
well, Vito
That's why they give him
Pereira?
long
I suppose in fairness to Pereira, though, I think didn't Wolves sell like 3 or 4 of their best players in one window, and then
They
replaced
sold
them.
what do you call him?
Ian
Nori was one of their best
Cunha.
players. They sold a
Cunha.
midfielder, Cunha. And the midfielder
obviously-
went as well, I'm thinking. And then the Strand Larsen thing was hanging over them as well at the start of the season.
So that didn't help things either. But what I think, let me quickly ask you the question, right? So obviously, the Time Wear Derby is the last game before the next international break. How many points out of the next 5 do you think you would want as a minimum? So I'll just go through them again.
Who are they?
Fulham at home, Bournemouth away, Leeds away, Brighton at home, and then the Time Wear Derby.
9.
8, I'd say.
9 for me.
I think we're capable of getting at least 7 or 8.
Okay. Where I
Well,
want to
Mike,
know.
what are you going to say? You're going to say we're going to get 15, aren't you?
Well, read the games. I'll give you my points for them games. So
I was genuinely going to say, like, the only draw I see there, I only see one draw in that. The rest are wins.
so 3 points on Sunday.
Right. So I'll go through them again, Wayne. Fulham at home.
Win.
3
Right. Bournemouth away.
point.
Win.
Yeah, Bournemouth away is tricky, I think. Leeds away.
Point.
That's tricky,
Point.
and all their atmosphere is pretty good. Brighton
That's
at
my
home,
draw.
3
Win.
and
that's
then Scum away.
a point.
Win.
Point at the Mags. So 9.
Right.
We get 5 points for beating them dirty.
Both Marder scores with header own goal. That'd be lovely. Right. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Then I'm just trying to think how many are they. See, I've got a feeling we'll
13.
get.
I think we could lose to Bournemouth though away. That
Bournemouth
only could
is a
happen.
harder game than people think it is. I know Mike's kind of scoffing there. I can see Bournemouth's got good players. It's not a
Well,
straightforward.
no, I agree. But at some point, we need to break this duck and we need to put the black
we
kit
did.
on
We
and
beat them
win.
at home. What are you on about?
No, I mean, again, away
At least we
form.
can't
I
wear
mean,
the black kit against the Mags.
Aye, that's one good thing. Aye.
Well, that's the one thing. The only team we probably wear the black kit against is probably Leeds, and I hope not because I'm going to it. So
We wore red
get
and white
something.
last year. We played Leeds.
Sorry.
We wore red and
red
white
and
when
white.
we played Leeds at Ellen
What we're
Road
saying
last
is,
year.
don't wear our home shirt and might get a result because the year before that we wore that pink and purple kit under Dodsey and we ended up drawing 0-0.
That's right.
So-
Aye.
For me, I'd say at least 8 points. I think we are capable of getting out of this lot because I think these are all games that, in theory, are winnable. Even though we're not going to win all of them, obviously, unless you're in Mike's world, I suppose, or nearly all of them.
No, 13 points. I said.
Fine,
13.
nearly. What was the draw? Was it Leeds?
Leeds.
Yeah, I think a point at Leeds would actually be all right. To be fair,
I can see us losing that one as well, just in the manner
I can because
of the last year's game where it's stolen at the death when we
I
played
think also
really decent.
this game's probably bigger for Leeds in their season than it is ours as well because
Must
they're
win for them,
yeah.
I think.
these are the type of games that are going to be huge for Leeds if they're going to stay up.
We play Port Vale or Bristol on the weekend after them as well, so you should imagine we play a strong team against Leeds and then a bit like an Oxford sort of team against whoever we play in the next
Well,
one.
see, the FA Cup game hopefully is on the Sunday because then it gives us 5 days in between the two, and then you've got
Yeah.
enough time to sort of recover, haven't you? But for me, these 5 games, I think by the time we get to after the derby, I'll be wanting to look at the table and go, right, that safety is pretty much done. Then I don't want to be going. I don't want to be having any more. I don't want to be thinking any more about that. And I think at some point, the away record, I would like to start getting a bit better. I'd like to start seeing another win or two away. Don't get us wrong, winning away is tricky. And if you looked at I looked at the last 2 seasons for promoted sides, and I think the most anyone managed away from home wins wise was 3.
I think we need to go away to some of these teams and just turn around and be the most aggressive away team going. We are way too defensive and we give too much respect to teams, even like what I would class as left teams. I think we need to change the tactic and not go 5 at the back away and just trying to steal a point. We need to just go at them.
Well, Paul asked a very similar question to what you were saying there, Michael, which was if we beat Fulham, I think it's been a long time since a relegated club has got 39 points, which I did have a look. The last team to get over 39 points that was a newly promoted side was Fulham 3 seasons ago when they got promoted and they got 52. Bournemouth that season were promoted and stayed up with 39, and Forest stayed up that season as well with 38. After that, you've not had a promoted side get above 30, and none of them have stayed up. So 52 is the target.
We're capable of getting that across the rest of the season, I think. Got
Well,
quite
yeah.
17 points in the last 10.
We'll get that in the next 5 games, right?
Yeah.
We'll get 17 points when
yeah,
the
I think
fifth are up
about
for grabs.
I think about 8 or 9 is what I'm thinking I would prefer in that sort of run. But I'm more than happy to take a couple of defeats on the chin if it means getting 6 points off of the visitors.
Oh yes.
Yeah. Right.
Just because of before the start of the season, they were like, well, you get 6 points off you and you're going down with record numbers. And it's like, we just beat you twice.
Well, Conrad, the good thing, to be fair, though, is that, look, say the worst happens and we do lose that. They can say, yeah, you said 6 points, though. You only got 3. Well done.
Yeah.
Let's just not even. Let's not
But
even
it's not possible
consider
because we're going to win.
losing.
But
as an
okay, fine.
option.
If we do end up winning that
Baltimore
game,
double.
all the clips going easy 6 points. Yeah, you're right for the Mackems.
I'm sure there'll be plenty of edits all over
Yes.
social media after that.
And
I'm going to go
absolutely
first
should
this
be.
time because I can't trump you all and end up saying 7-0. So I'm going for a 2-0 win to Sunderland at Fulham. 2-1. 2-1, sorry. 2-1. 2-1.
Mine's a 2-0. I've gone 2-0.
You got 2-0. Conrad?
I've gone 2-1. I think Fulham score. Probably
Harry
Wilson.
Wilson's on red hot form, isn't he?
Yeah.
Michael Bowers?
Yeah, I'll say. Go on, Screw. I'll say we'll win 2-1 as well. I think we're due to bounce back and get a result. I mean, I know we do tend.
First time we haven't this season.
I was going to say this is the first time we've lost back-to-back games in the Prem, isn't it?
Yeah.
Which, by the way, again,
it's the would-be champions and the former champions.
well, you say would-be champions.
Well, yeah. You would like to think would-be champions, but they've just fucking drawn with
But
Wolves
either
away.
way, yeah, I know. Well, yeah, exactly. They were 2-0 up against Wolves as well. How did Arthur manage to throw that away? So yeah, look, I think we win 2-1. I think these are the sort of games we've said that you need to be looking to win. And actually, I think you look at it. It's the first time we've lost back-to-back games in the Premier League. You told me that at the start of the season that won't happen until February. Considering what I expected the season to be like.
You'd have called me delusional, like you called me delusional with everything.
I'd have thought if you'd have said we
where
don't...
did you put us to finish again?
At the
start of the season?
6th, 7th?
6th. Hang on, so 6th. How many points are we off that? 6.
I think we're about 4 or 5.
6 points.
Still
We're 6
possible.
points off 6th.
But the weird thing is, if you're looking at 7th, we're still only 4 points off that. That's the remarkable thing. But we're also only 4 points off like 13th, or 5 points off 14th, whatever you want to call. So, it's one of those how congested the season is. But yeah, if we're wanting to get into the top half as a minimum, then I think we need to do well in these next bunch of games coming up now.
Yeah. Well, after we rack up 13 points in the next 5 games, you can all get your passports renewed. Let's get the chat's score predictions. So SJ has gone for 1-1. Steve Hewitt has gone for 2-0 win. Brett has gone for a 3-1 win. Chris Corlaw has gone for a 2-1. Paul Armstrong has gone for a 2-1. Steve's gone for a 2-0. See you there. Las Palmas Mackems has gone for 2-0 to the lads. Brian Greener, the first draw, has gone for 1-1. John W has gone for 2-0. No messing.
The first draw, did you say, for John?
First draw prediction.
I was going to say, if you're going to say that was the first draw predicted, SJ went 1-1.
SJ wrote 1-1 and the first one you went on.
Sorry.
Sorry,
Miles away.
SJ, Mike
All right.
doesn't think you
Just
exist,
interrupt
apparently.
the floor. You could have said it afterwards.
The second draw.
Miles of Sunderland 2-0. It's called artistic license, Conrad. Jenny Armstrong, Sunderland 2, Fulham 1. 3, draw 3. Win 3, draw 3. So I'm not sure if that's a prediction. I just saw numbers. I want more, but Head says 1-1, says Steve. Paul says 1-0. He's in your head. And Grindod says 1-0 to us. There you go. And Sack him, Conrad says Steve. Not a problem. He missed a mistake I did as well. He pulled up the mistake of not monetizing and not doing a preview video. I also got the thumbnail wrong with the blue kit on.
Oh, you fucking did it all. Yeah.
Strike 3. You're out of there. That's what happens when you go on holiday. I can't be left alone. I'm irresponsible.
I've looked at that all week as well, and not even once flinched. It was yellow and blue. Yeah, you're right.
John Ruddock. Shocking. Sunderland.
What's happened there, John? What do you mean?
John, you say Mike doesn't go to games. He's literally coming on Sunday. He's going to punch you square in the face.
And I was there. This is the third game in February.
Yeah.
Shocking. Yes, we'll be there Sunday, as you say, so we won't be doing a live commentary. Wayne, what's going on OnlyFools and SAFC this week?
Say what's going on OnlyFans when you do
that. Why? I can't disclose that. That's secret. But just not the usual
guest appearance by
Michael Bowers. Daddy Bowers.
That is the worst one of the lot. Shut up.
Daddy Bowers.
The usual match preview will be out tomorrow. Match review will be out on Sunday afternoon, Sunday night, and then might do another show on Monday with Sol. See how things go, and then Tuesday midweek Mackems, and then I'm away next week, so
Tuesday.
Is it Tuesday? You mean Wednesday?
No, bridging the gap Tuesday. Midweek Mackems here, but I'm away. I'm away next week, so I might have to join from a hotel. So I'll probably still join
from Malta's hot tub again.
I'm in next week. I'm in Sheffield, so I'll be from Sheffield. So
glamorous.
Glamorous.
Malta, Sheffield. You can barely tell them apart these days.
Not quite the same.
They're all the
same. Michael Bowers, what's going on your channel this week?
Can I just say quickly, I have a vision of Wayne walking around Sheffield with a Sunderland top. Particularly goes to Bramwell Lane and go, thank you, keeper. What's going on? Well, later in the week, I'll probably do a private video promoting Wayne's OnlyFans with Mike, Colin, Conrad, Daddy, all that other good stuff. No, seriously, probably a random live stream that I'll let people know about 10 minutes before I go live after the game against Fulham. Obviously, my post-match video where hopefully we're reacting to a win. And next week, I'm actually off work next week, so that's going to be quite nice. I'm not back till the 1st of March, so that's always good. And look forward to midweek Mackems, where hopefully we're reflecting on getting to 39 points and being back above the visitors because they go to Man City away on Saturday, and hopefully we're back in the top half.
And they go to Man City. Oh, no, Man City go to them in the FA Cup.
FA Cup, hi.
Man City, please, I beg you.
Yeah, 2 wins for Man City, please.
Yeah, absolutely.
Conrad, what are we doing?
I have no clue, mate.
Right, on here or on OnlyFans?
Yeah, that's behind a paywall, that one. We'll have a preview come out either tomorrow or Friday, more likely Friday, I think, if the game's on Sunday. Won't be a live stream because, unfortunately, I've invited Mike to the game again. So no live streams, but we will be at the game together, so we might bump into you, say hello if you do. Probably a quick review afterwards, and then probably back around to midweek Mackems unless any news happens.
Excellent. Well, that's all we have time for. Wayne's well past his bedtime, so thank you for joining us. Don't forget, whichever channel you're watching on, whether it's OnlyFools and SAFC, Michael Bowers 541, or Black Cats TV. I'll just talk from the side here.
Or Spotify.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. Check us out on Spotify. I know. It's not the first day. Check us out on Spotify. Also, come and join us on Discord. You can find us. We're all over the internet. Find us somewhere. Come and chat to us. Get involved. And we will see you in another one really soon. So, Wayne, say your goodbyes.
Hi, thank you very much. As always, love doing this on a Wednesday. Good crack's been a really good short night. Bit crack and a bit laugh, which is always good. I need to improve the quizzes, which I'll try and get done for next week, but never mind. Don't forget you can still buy the merch, and the books and the music are still available. So check out the website and the description in the channel, and we'll see you next week.
Excellent. Michael Bowers?
Thanks to everyone who's watched. Never heard the word daddy mentioned so many times in one show out of context, so I'm going to be thinking about that now, clearly. But no, it's a great laugh. It's
yeah, you are. Yeah, you are.
Your face there did not help at all. No, thanks to everyone who's watched. Thanks. Shut up, Conrad. Thanks to everyone who has indeed watched. It's been really, really good. It's a good laugh. And
thanks to everyone who has a father.
Love these lads to bits, and I know Conrad's trying to distract us here. Love these lads to bits, so I shall shut up more before anything else is said.
Daddy Bowers.
Not even going to dignify that with a response, Steve.
Conrad, that could be a song in the making. Coming this way.
Don't give him ideas.
Yeah. You need to play. Yeah, you need to do something with that, Wayne.
What is it? Fucking grow up, Wayne.
Grow up, Wayne. Daddy Bowers.
Conrad, you like to say your goodbyes?
Bye, everyone. Call us daddies more often. It's funny.
Daddy says bye.
Daddy
See you later, everyone.
now.
Goodbye.
Midweek Mackems, we're back on the show. Talking Sunderland and everything you know.
Conrad's got the numbers, proper stats machine.